Alright, so we're going to talk about the basic pipeline for creating UVs. First thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to set my project. Okay, remember we always do that, so we know where to start. Alright, there's my project with all my projects folders. And then I'm going to open our palette, wood palette _01. Here's our wood palette, and as you can see, if I go to the UV editor right here, you will notice that if I hit F, there are no UVs for this palette right here. So again, I'm going to use this two window vertical setup that I've created right here, and we're going to talk about the pipeline for creating UVs for any asset in Maya. Alright, so if we go to the UV menu right here, and I'm going to undock it so you can see it better, notice that everything is set up for us in a specific order. Under editors, these are the two editors that we will be using. We're going to concentrate on the UV editor for this class. And then the first thing that we will do will be to create UVs. Alright, and we are going to project these UVs. Once they're projected, we're going to modify our UVs using all these tools right here. And then we will edit our UVs. At the very end, we can create multiple sets for our UVs. But so you know, from top to bottom, this is the actual pipeline. The editor that you will use, the projections that you will use to project UVs. Once the UVs are projected, you will modify the UVs, and you will edit the UVs. Alright, so let's get started. If I go to my UV editor, you will notice that all the tools are broken down into groups, right? If you don't see one of your groups, make sure that these vertical dividers, if there's a triangle, that means that something is hidden in here. So just click on it and you will see all the icons. So we tend to work from left to right. Alright. And with these tools right here, plus these menus right here, we will do all the modification and all the editing for our UVs. But the very first step is projecting the UVs. And the UVs projections will be found in your polygons shelf as icons, and they will be right here on the right hand side. Yours may be in a different order than mine. I modify these. And the second place where you can find these projections are in the UV menu, right under Create. Alright, so for this video we're going to concentrate on the automatic projection, and we will cover the modification tools inside of our UV editor panel. But again, you can find them right here too. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to select each one of these planks right here, and I'm going to assign what's called an automatic UV projection. And as soon as I do that, notice that our UVs will appear in what we call the one-to-one UV coordinate. So let me select the first object. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to go to UVs, automatic. I'm going to go to the options, and always do that every time you use a new tool and you don't know what settings you have saved or not saved. Always reset your settings. And we're not going to worry about all of this right here. All I want you to look at is that under planes, I'm going to use 6 planes, and as soon as I apply them, they will make sense. So the object is selected, my polygon automatic mapping box is open, and I'm going to hit apply. As soon as I do that, let me pull out. Notice that there are 6 planes of projections working on this object right here. One on the top, one on the bottom, left, right, back, and front. Okay, so this object right here has 6 planes of projection. If I go to the UV editor, which will give us 6 different planes for that model. That model is a wood plank, as you can see right here. Let me hit F to focus on it. If I click on the background of the viewport, my projections will disappear. That's not a problem because we already have the UVs. And if I zoom in into my UVs right here, notice that our UVs have been assigned. Now we can go to step number 2, which is to modify them. So stay tuned for the next video where we will learn how to use our move and sew to attach all the individual pieces into one single mesh.